2, 3. Boney Maroney, bam bam, something do do, bam bam, the pee pee poo poo, bam bam, mashed potato, bam bam.
I'm just gonna fucking vibe to whatever you're doing.
Na 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 na. Need some black on the shit one more time. Na na na. Oh, you're supposed to do it. Na na na. This is all going in the episode. Na, 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 na.
I mean, at this point in time, this is just how we open the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Jump on the Bat-Wagon. This is the least chaotic intro you've heard yet. Starring James and Brick.
Yeah. The thing you don't realize there, listener, is that the Zoom hangout thing started maybe more chaotically, which was just the Hey Arnold song. The second I logged in, James started playing the Hey Arnold theme song, and then we just like things just got crazy. We had a dance party. I'm getting red wine drunk, and
this is what
I
we
have
do.
sunglasses on, even though I'm in a dark room at night.
This is the podcast. This is how it goes, baby. Yeah, in or you're out.
You're either on the Bat-Wagon or you ain't.
You either jump on the Bat-Wagon or you fall off before you can even take your first jump. The steps.
Somebody put that on a bumper
James
sticker.
Strecker, 2022. Hey, this is the show where we watch through the entire DC animated universe. Were you aware?
Yeah,
We watch it. Oh.
Yes, me or them? Both.
Ooh, good question. I want the listener to answer.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense,
Yeah,
listener. Thank you so much.
Definitely
Thanks for
agree
your help.
with what was just said.
Brian here, that's his true given name, has never, a 78-year-old man, has never watched any of the DC animated universe except for the 24 episodes we've watched so far. Is this episode 25? Are we on 25? No, this
We
is
can't
episode,
keep this straight.
It is
As of
episode 25.
22, I think we started messing
Halfway to 50 years old. I'm over that, and you're past it. way past it. Today we're watching the episode The Cape and Cowl Conspiracy. If you have not watched that episode in your life, we recommend you do so before listening to the remainder of this podcast, brother, listener, or sister, or other, unspecified, prefer not to say, facebook.com.
I'm just gonna sit here and let you just
say things.
Just go. I'm just
dig
gonna let you
myself
go.
the largest hole known to man, or woman, or I'm so oh god. Yeah. So this is we're gonna watch the episode from I've skipped something.
Let's just start at the beginning.
Welcome back to Jump on the Bat-Wagon. Then watch the DCAU from start to finish. Controversial air date order is what I was trying to say before.
Oh.
We were watching them the way that the children of the 1900s witnessed the film, the show, the television.
They witnessed their
Brian, feel free to take over anytime. Oh God, I can't handle this.
Hi everybody. I drove like almost 12 hours yesterday, and I feel great.
He wasn't drinking wine during that part. Don't
Red
worry.
wine drunk the whole 500 miles.
Don't do it. You'll die.
Didn't.
There are 0 to 17-year-olds listening, Brian. Be a good role model. Don't drink and drive.
You know, that's a really good point. Do not drink and drive. Anybody out there, just don't do
drink
it.
in Tokyo Drift or anywhere.
That's probably the only time to drink and drive.
I think they were all drunk in that movie, yeah.
You'd have to be. It's part of their contract.
Even though Vin Diesel was only in that one for the last 30 seconds, you really got to be drunk the whole time. His presence is just in the air. He was there the whole time.
What are we doing? Did you miss anything?
Yeah, this episode is the 31st episode produced, The Cape and Cowl Conspiracy, 25th to air. It aired on Wednesday, October 14th, 1992. We skipped a Tuesday for some reason.
Because
what time?
Tuesdays suck.
Oh, that adds up. Wait, today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
4:30
No, today's
p.m.
Thursday, listener. We're here on Thursday. We're live broadcasting this to your podcast of choice.
And by that, you meant Friday, even.
Whoops. Did I say Thursday? I meant Friday.
Or Saturday in Australia.
Or Saturday.
Woo!
There's the day that you're listening. The day and the time that you're listening is when we're live streaming this to your head.
Yeah, we're broadcasting only to you, listener who's listening.
Yeah.
That's what we've been saying from the beginning. This is all a government conspiracy.
Which is why we can call you by name.
Barbara.
Lesthony.
Lestholomew. Yeah? That sounds not like... this was written by Elliot S. Magin. Elliot S. Magin.
Have we had one of those?
No.
Oh.
And you'll find out why in trivia later. Directed by Frank Power. He's been doing a lot of these lately. And a lot of the bad ones. Sorry, Frank. I don't think it's your fault. I think it's a little bit of ACOM, if you know what I'm saying. And music by Beth Ertz and Mark Cowl, who I think are new. Animation by Dong Yang.
The Cowboy Bebop. Are we just going to recycle these old jokes?
What?
To Cowboy Bebop people. I mean, did we just say this?
Though.
Do we revert it? Do we say these are the people who did Rocko's Modern Life?
By the time that we get 50 episodes in, we'll be saying nothing but memes. Like it'll be all sarcastic backwards jokes, and no one will know what's real anymore.
I can't wait for that.
That's
going to be the best.
Yeah. It'll be really good for getting new people to listen to the podcast if that's all we ever do, you know?
It'll be one of those, oh, hey, you've got a podcast? That's cool. What's it about? Oh, you got to go back to like episode 1 and listen to the last 500
episodes. You got to start from the start or else you'll be very, very confused.
It's like a tier 7 podcast.
Concept doesn't sound that confusing. No, it is because we don't know what we're doing.
You play it and it's just sound effects and like...
Yeah, it's sound effects and the 5 recurring jokes. Yeah. And we just say that on loop. And people like, the thing, I know the thing, the reference, I listen to the podcast. I am the listener. I have become a robot. You heard me.
Oh my God. I have become books. I have become hip hop. I have become box macaroni. It slaps.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's watch the episode.
Okay.
Bye.
Hi.
Got a new toy, I see.
I figure it might come in handy.
It might get you in trouble with the mayor.
Let me worry about the mayor. Here, have a look at this.
Where iron horses go to rot, and children toot their horns a lot, a damsel's pleas shall come to naught.
Do you know what it means?
Don't you?
I got a guitar.
You want to play us in? The thing that you practiced.
I don't remember the lead
practiced once. No, that's the wrong key.
Yeah, it is. It was G.
No. Yep.
Let's see. Nope.
Yep.
I should actually learn the thing.
Yeah, you should. Welcome back, everyone. It's a very special episode. Episode 25.
Oh, wait. What would the next chord be? We can do it like the... Actually, how do you like...
adding in the twinkles. Yes.
Welcome back.
It's a very special episode. Jump on the bandwagon.
Jump on the Bat-Wagon, everybody.
Puts you in a good mood.
It sure does. That's what G major will do for you.
We really gotta get in one after the Cape and Cowl conspiracy.
You know what? You sure do.
You know what? There have been worse episodes.
You know what? There's been better episodes.
Yes, there have been. All right, knock that shit off.
Do you want to play some metal?
Not right now. Maybe later.
Okay,
What?
next week I'll do it with some distortion on, and we'll red
Yeah,
wine.
get the pedal out. Oh yeah, it's wine time.
Hey, wine time.
That's the time when you whine. Go, oh, this episode wasn't as good as it could have been. Oh, it
This
should have just been
wine-
the Riddler.
Let me tell you about this wine, Jamie.
Yeah.
This wine comes special out of Redwood Valley, California, from a winery actually owned by some friends of mine.
You didn't get it from T. Johnson Winery?
I sure didn't.
Oh, man.
Yeah, got some friends that own a winery
Damn.
in California, and actually a lot of you probably knows one of that family, but I don't want to name drop the winery too much.
Damn.
But they make some good wine.
You know, Stephen Amell, the man who plays the Green Arrow on the CW... Oh, sorry. On the CW Green Arrow show, has a winery, and my wife's cousin subscribes to that winery month club thing and gets wine from him, and has been to parties and gatherings where he has. This has a little bit devolved from a cowboy to a plantation owner. So I don't
think
know.
it might be just about time to go back to cowboy. So where is this winery owned by your friend's cousin's friend, subscriber's friend?
Somewhere. I think it's in Walla Walla, Washington. Washington.
Washington.
Washington.
Don't start.
Hey, what happens in the Cape and Cowl conspiracy, man?
Red wine.
No. Well, champagne happens at some point.
Well, dear listener, why don't you just...
Oh my God, Brian, just tell me.
Well, you see, just gather around this campfire. We're going to tell you a story.
Oh, I'm a child, a little boy. I'm making s'mores.
That was?
Grandpa Brian, Grandpa Broderick. No, Grandpa Brick works, I think. Grandpa Brick, please tell me what happens in the... Can you tell that story of what happens in the Cape and Cowl conspiracy? I love that one.
You know, little Billy, I sure can.
Can you do it like a fucking normal person? I'm so sorry, Grandpa. I swore. I did the swears.
Billy, I told you it was going to happen if you did the swears again.
This quarter in the jar. Oh no, he's getting the
Nope.
belt. No, stop. Wait. I'm sorry,
Get back
Grandpa.
here, Billy.
Grandpa, I'm sorry.
Billy! You get I just happen to have a giant leather strap around. Is that too vicious? This isn't the speed.
We're talking about your Waclaw Joe Yosik. Whatever that guy's name was in the episode. Vaclav
Oh my God.
Yosik.
I don't know. Let me give like a TV guide. Let me give a shot at giving a TV guide synopsis.
Word for word. If you don't get it perfectly right, we're stopping the podcast episode right now.
Okay.
That's it. You had a pretty good chance, but incorrect. But what's the show called?
The Cape and Cowl
No,
Conspiracy?
the show. The whole show.
D-
Who's the main
Jump
character
on
in
the
the show?
Bat-Wagon.
Who's the...
Bat?
Yeah.
Batman?
Yeah, yes, the first word. Yeah. All right.
What's the
Second word. This is a terrible way to do
Finds.
this. Nope. Oh,
Confronts.
it's similar.
Emancipates.
I think more like detective. What do detectives do?
Detects.
Nope. What do picture?
There's no other words.
Investigates.
No, that's an investigator.
If you can get the third word, you don't have to describe the rest of the episode. Yeah. Do you want off the hook or you want to try? You have the option now. Batman Batman detects. Yeah, that's the
Let me
whole
give
thing.
a really quick synopsis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you at the you're gonna hear this at like a lunch counter.
Yeah.
And like
You have just
somewhere in
enough
the
time to
Northeast.
serve me sloppy joes while explaining the episode.
So
You see
there's
that
this guy
Batman
who
episode
really,
last night? Oh, it went exactly like this. I only have 10 seconds.
It went exactly like this. Only have 10 seconds. There's a guy who really likes a lot of riddles, and he decided to mess with the Batman, but the Batman got the best of him in the end, and he fooled him, and that's basically how it ended.
Batman investigates a theft of bearer bonds intended for the starving people of Bila Croce. One suspect is Baron Vaclav Jotsik, whatever the fuck that was.
He's from Europe.
A European nobleman. He confronts Jotsik, who tells him that Josiah Wormwood is responsible. Wait, what? Batman confronts Jotsik.
Shades going back on.
Who tells him that Josiah Wormwood is responsible for theft.
Ingesting red wine. What?
I don't think this happened at all. Batman has heard of him, the death trap specialist, a man who conceives fiendishly elaborate mazes of psychological torture designed to force people to tell him valuable secrets. Jotsik contacts Wormwood and sets him a task to use his talents to get Batman's cape and cowl. Wormwood agrees. Batman, tracking down Wormwood, follows clues that eventually lead him to the Wax Museum where the Dark Knight is trapped. Wormwood claims the cape and cowl. He contacts Jotsik, who shows up to claim the prize, and who turns out in reality to be Batman. The Dark Knight has outfoxed Wormwood, who now faces a long prison sentence. And then Batman went home and had a ham sandwich, and Alfred said these exact words. And then we moved on to the next.
Wow. Thanks, TV Guide, for telling us a rather confusing exact synopsis of the whole happenings. Not even the plot.
It's been a while since we've had one of those, so thank you, TV Guide. Great job. Did that actually happen? Did I miss a scene where Batman goes to Big Fatty and tells him, "Hey, not Riddler is going to do a thing"?
No.
I didn't think so.
He tackles the dude. He's having like some kind of like funding meeting thing.
But he doesn't
he's having a gala, and then Batman like swings him around the room and then hangs him from a sign.
That was before
you better go to Europe.
That was before he met with the bad guy, right?
That was when he met with the bad guy.
No. Batman tackles Fatty, and then Fatty meets with not Riddler. After that. Right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
If that's true, then this is wrong. It just says Batman is like, hey, not Riddler is going to do a thing. And, oh, I better watch out. I don't think that happened, though.
It's impossible to know.
No, we can't go back.
We can't find out.
We can't rewatch any of these. Yeah. What'd you think of the episode?
Oh God! You know what? It's red wine time.
Is there wine here or something?
Oh my God!
Where'd you find that?
Where'd I find this wine? In California. It was just there.
Smuggled illegal Irish wine. I'll take that as a maybe.
It was smuggled.
Ooh.
Actually, I felt like a smuggler coming back north because I have a truck, because I do a lot of things in my life that need a truck.
Yeah.
And the problem with a truck is that, especially if you have a person and 3 dogs in the truck, there's not really a lot of space for like your luggage and things, expensive power tools and things that you need. So basically all the things I had, like my clothes for the week that I was down there, I put in like a contractor's bag, and then we like taped everything shut. So we just had all these like really large,
these aren't
garbage
people
bag looking things. And I was just like, like people, or like some of them were like, it was like in a box, and I'd like, do the whole thing and tape up this box to just this black plastic package, very tightly wrapped. And it's like, oh, what is this? And I actually, when I was leaving, the morning I was leaving, I got gifted a big box of dog treats, and I was carrying this, like, I don't know, 16-inch long by 12-inch wide by 12-inch tall box of dog treats, tightly wrapped in black plastic on my shoulder. And I met like a mailman, like he was about to put like a package on the porch, and I was holding this big package.
He gave you the stink eye.
Well, he just, like, I opened the door and he was there, and he looked at me with this, like, what is on your shoulder kind of look. And then just, like, slowly raised the package to hand to me. Yeah. I'm like, I definitely don't have 4 kilos of cocaine on my shoulder right now, Mr. Postman. Please don't report me to the authorities.
The kids are calling it dog treats these days.
I actually made a rather large, like, obvious attempt of, like, shaking it as I was putting it into the truck behind him to be like, yep, cocaine doesn't make this sound, probably.
As far as I know, cocaine is not in large chunks. Shaped like bones.
We fooled them all.
Might as well have been. I take it your wine time and dog story mean you don't look forward to telling me about this episode, what you thought of it.
Oh, we can talk about this episode. Would you like to talk about this episode?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I feel like it's what the listener expects of us at this point in time. Like, they've listened to the show long enough to know that we talk about Batman sometimes.
But we need more the listener time loops. You know what I mean? And I think a new the listener loop reincarnation will come in and be like, the hell are they talking about? I thought this was a Batman podcast. Well, you were wrong. This is the Wine and Bones podcast and How to Get Out of a Kidnapping starring Jim Jam and Brick. And you better get used to it. There's Batman on the picture, but he's just a ruse.
He's a plot device.
He's a ruse. Ruse dog.
I thought we were saying ruse dog.
Ruse dog. What do you think of this? What's your opinion of this episode? High praise,
it's not a
low
very
praise?
high opinion, if I'm being honest.
It's not by far, I think, the worst episode we've watched. It was just kind of a nothing happened kind of episode.
It was another one of those nothing happened kind of episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like some interesting stuff. You know, we start off the episode and like homeboy is walking into a mini golf course, like following a ransom letter looking thing.
At any point,
red wine burp.
at any point in the episode, did you think, we're finally getting the Riddler episode? Or were you just kind of, because like, I feel like it's so riddle heavy. I was waiting for you to verbalize that, but I thought maybe you'd like, I don't want to make a fool of myself. I will just wait and see if I'm right that it is Riddler, but it was never Riddler.
It just didn't seem grandiose enough to actually be Riddler, that like it didn't even register to me as like a possibility of a Riddler episode, because it was just such like, go to the place where people do stuff and you might find yourself in quicksand. No.
Yeah, that quicksand part reminded me of like some meme that I've seen several times over the years of like, I thought quicksand was going to be a way bigger problem for me as an adult when I was a kid because of how many cartoons just have quicksand as like the thing. And this was one of them, is just like, oh no, you said, why does his shadow look like that? Because it was like rippling across the ground, and then the ground was liquid, so it made more sense.
I have to, I have to agree with you. I definitely like did some research as a child to try to figure out the best way like to deal with quicksand, because I thought like it's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere, and I'm gonna die all the time. I should probably just stay in New Hampshire because like we don't have quicksand here, probably.
You got ball pits in McDonald's. It's basically the same thing.
Oh, yeah, but slightly gross, or more gross?
More snot.
Grossly.
More child liquids.
Are you going to throw your son in a ball pit at any point in time, you think?
Maybe in a ball himself. He doesn't
Put
get to
him
touch
in like
anything.
a germ-away ball and throw
He's
him
got
in
like
ball
a
pit?
little baby ball pit right now full of small rubber spheres that he throws around the room. Otherwise known as balls.
I tried to juggle those.
My son's balls?
You know, when you put it that way, it makes me sound bad. I'm just going to walk away from this podcast. Thank you, listener.
Everyone knows we're talking about the balls in the pit.
Oh, so, yes, those balls.
I don't know what you were thinking. Cast: Kevin Conroy as Batman.
The Bat.
Bob Hastings as Commissioner Gordon. We didn't get any Detective Bullock this time. Bud Cort as Wormwood, the main bad dude. I didn't see anything attached to his name that was like recognizable, but he will be back as a different villain, which with much higher prominence, I suppose.
Absinthies.
Yes, that's it. The Hercules Greek god Absinthies.
Because wormwood is what you distill in absinthe to give it its special properties.
Is it really now?
It is.
What? I believe you.
Jamie.
Yes. It's me,
Oh,
Mr. Freeze.
it's me, Mr. Talk to Glass.
Mr. Taco Glass?
I don't know, man.
Forever Taco Barge. We got John... John Rhys-Davies. John Rhys-Davies. Yeah, as Yotsik. Big guy, big fat guy. You obviously know who that is, but for those listening, the listener, he is Gimli in Lord of the Rings. He's Salah in Raiders of the Lost Ark. He is Man Ray in SpongeBob SquarePants, which I did not know.
What?
Yeah, which is great. It's so much better now.
Oh my God.
He played Thor in the Fantastic Four 90s animated series, apparently. And he will also be back as more major villains later.
Sweet. He's great.
He is good. I was like wanted to see how to pronounce his name, and obviously, as you heard, I didn't figure it out. But I found a video of him just doing kind of like I'm speaking to the film class at this college kind of video for like an hour and a half, and I was like, oh my God, this is so long. I'm going to watch this whole thing later. He has such like an eloquence to like everything he said the whole thing about like you've probably seen this quote floating around, but he has like a life like recommendation or whatever that you like, oh, you gotta do what you love. I'm gonna fucking butcher the shit out of this, but you gotta do what you love, or like find the thing that you love, and then be able to love it so much that you could do it like all day, every week, all 365 days a year for free, and then get someone to pay you a lot of money for that. That was like how he lives his life or whatever. Like that's a really good idea.
Man,
We also have Gail Heidemann as Matron. I'm not sure who that is. Is he the guy announcing, oh, and here's Fatty McFat? And then
Matron was probably the lady with the transatlantic accent that we were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was a lady, huh?
That was a lady.
I'm so sexist, I forgot it was a lady.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe she prefers to identify as a man.
True. Matron. The name
Matron?
is Matron. Mark Taylor as McWhirter. That's the guy in the start, I think, the Quicksand Man. He played Jimmy Olsen in the 80s Superman animated series by Ruby Spears. He played Firestorm in various incarnations of Super Friends. He was a character named Dawn Forrester in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I don't remember this character, but apparently...
That's my favorite character.
Gloria Forrester.
Whoops.
What? Whoops.
Just keep hitting things.
This character's name is Dawn Forrester. Gloria Forrester, who is ambiguously either his wife, sister, or cousin in the movie, is played by Kimmy Robertson, who played Alice last episode. So that was a bit of little trivs for you there. Just a wee trivs.
Thanks for the wee trivs.
Yeah.
He's the dude with the fishing gear, apparently by the screenshot.
Fishing gear?
Yeah, I'd show you my screen, but I'm not gonna.
What, McWhirter? Is that what you're looking up?
Dawn Forrester.
Oh, I see. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, there wasn't a guy with fishing gear in Batman episode.
And he's the third result on Google as Dawn Forrester.
A really prominent character in the movie, I guess. He was also in several episodes of Melrose Place. Continue our Melrose Place.
Oh man, that makes me want to put on sunglasses.
He also played bit parts in A Pup Named Scooby-Doo and the Mask 90s animated series. That is
awesome.
The entirety of his entire career entirely.
Better than mine, I guess.
Right, you were just in Reality, a movie that is not out yet. And juggling music video .mp4.
I did. I was talking to, I don't remember who, probably one of my housemates.
Probably Vaclav Jotsik.
That was the one.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about IMDb and how like people get on there. I was like, oh, I think James put me on IMDb for everything in Reality. And you put me on there with like 26 credits.
Yeah, because you did everything at one point or another.
Let's see. Brian Minealy, IMDb, Reality 2021. Whoops.
Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, does it still say 2021? I gotta change that, I guess.
You gotta change that, you guess. Okay, here are my IMDb credits.
Reality, one of each.
Actor, 1 credit, Reality. Special effects, 1 credit, Reality. Camera and electrical department, 1 credit, Reality. Makeup department, 1 credit, Reality. Sound department, 1 credit, Reality. You know,
that sounds about right.
I think I did more than that. Script editing.
Did you get a boom pole? A boom mic?
That
credit?
would be sound department.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess that would be like...
I don't know.
Lead actor.
Trivia.
Robot.
We got a medium trivs this time.
Oh, mid-trivs.
As you noticed, this is the introduction of the bat signal to the DCAU.
I noticed.
Yeah, the bat signal appeared and you went, oh, is this the first time that we've had the bat signal, Papa? And I said... Yeah, I nodded. I gave you a cheeky look, and then immediately Batman goes, got a new toy, I see. And then Commissioner Gordon's like, you're right. Brian fucking called it. He said it a second ago. And Batman's like, damn, I love Brian.
He said that?
Whoever
I didn't even
he
hear
is. Whoever he is.
Oh. He's the world's greatest inspective, so he probably knows.
He sure is. This is one of a handful of stipulations in the BTAS Writer's Bible that the show would not use a bat signal or hotline to the police station. That was like part of their pitch to the network of like, our Batman's going to be different. He's going to be like so aloof and nobody knows that he's working with the police. And then they're like, fuck that. Commissioner Gordon's got a giant spotlight on the top of the building now.
Amazing.
Yeah. When Batman says to Wormwood, you win, his mouth does not match the line. I didn't notice that, but I noticed Wormwood in the phone booth talking to big guy, big man. You walk like the
fat dude.
He's like, I'm saying the thing to you, and my mouth's not moving, and now I'm going to listen to you while my mouth opens and closes really fast. And it's like a only viewable on Blu-ray type of thing. Like, there's no way you're ever going to see that any other time.
I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just good.
Man, you're so good. You
Thank
gave these
you.
mid-trivs.
The episode is based on the comic story The Cape and Cowl Death Trap, Detective Comics number 450, August 1975, also written by Elliot S. Maggin, the writer of this episode.
Oh, Elliot.
So yeah, they just, I don't know the full story. I would guess that they wanted to do this story and said, hey, let's just get the guy that wrote that to write this. But it also kind of feels like my favorite comic writer, Elliot S. Maggin, come on the show. And he's like, I got a great idea. I'm going to do the exact same thing I've already done. And they're like, yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead, famous guy or whatever. I don't know. Just an interesting... it's one of those that's like there'll be a few other episodes of this. They're pretty few and far between, but there'll be a few other DCAU episodes that are just blatantly based on pre-existing comic stories. Mm-hmm. This one apparently, I don't think this one is very famous compared to some of the other ones we'll get.
I'd hope not.
Like,
what was that weird? What did Batman do that we were like was worse than the Harvey No?
Oh, he broke open the mirror and then went to look, and Wormwood wasn't in his chair, and he just went,
just had a big
like,
growl.
Okay, yeah.
He's got the munchies. He's hungry.
Damn it! He
needs
had
a
my
snack.
snacks in here. My pretzels. My peanut butter filled pretzels. They were behind this mirror. He took them with him. that gas wasn't the gas you thought it was. Now I have the munchies real bad.
What a
The
weird...
room is filling with pot smoke, Batman. Watch out. All right, you win. I'm a fucking narc.
I think this is another one of those episodes that we were just kind of like failed to be impressed by, and I was definitely in top like that's not how that happens order.
Yeah. Well, it was the first one was the hologram.
Maybe.
Was your first? That's not how that works.
Yeah.
And then there was some other.
The halogen
what did he
bulb,
do?
I think was the second.
That's
one.
right. Yeah, it was like hot enough to melt the wax in like 10 seconds, but he's not melting. And you said it was what would you compare it to? Some other lights.
Theater lights.
Yeah.
Like the theater. I'm trying to remember how many
Combined
thousands
wattage.
of watts we had
Yeah.
in the small theater that I used to work at. But I mean, like a lot. Probably.
What did
maybe
he
not
say this one was? Like 110 watts or something?
20,000.
Oh.
Which like
That's
again,
a little bit more than what I thought it was.
I mean, yeah, like it sounds like a big number, but it's also like it's just not that much. Like you can get a 100-watt halogen
yeah.
like floodlight at your house, not without really any consideration, but like
They don't. It says on the box if you turn this on, you might melt within about 5 minutes, but
I mean,
it'll
for
be
that,
worth it.
For that to melt, it'd have to be like to melt like wax figurines like that. It'd probably have to be closer from like 600 to 1,000 degrees, or I'm guessing something like that.
You're around like pottery, but it's not really the same. Is a wax statue built on a fucking sword mannequin? What is that?
Wax
Yeah, you would think it's built
figurines.
on a skeleton. That makes sense, but not on like one made of swords, made of spears. I
Probably
don't know.
not. It's probably not built on a sword. Like, okay, so we're talking about when the wax mannequins,
The Max.
the Max Wannekin. Maxwell.
Yeah. Max Wannigan.
Oh, here he is. He just showed up. What a good boy.
It is I, Max
this.
Wannigan.
Oh, Max Wannigan. You want to sit here? I'm going to microphone to Max. Max. Whoa.
Unplug the microphone like a drunk person.
There we go. Max, say something.
I can't hear.
He snuffled the mic. That was cute.
Nice.
And now Rosie growled. Or not growled. She did her like tired groan thing. Rose
All
dog.
right, so-
okay,
so-
wait. Hold
so-
on. We're talking
yeah.
about Batman.
Lights melting wax.
Anyway, I
Yeah.
the fact that he built it on a sword is kind of like
Well, it's what's her fit? What was the name? It wasn't Madame
Madame
Tussauds. It was
Tussauds.
but it was like Madame Delarose or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
the thing is like Batman just like kind of immediately takes the arm thing off of it and
Yeah,
like throws
he,
it like
like,
a spear. But
he like shanks it off like one of those plants, those big like wheat plants that you go out. That's every kid does this. You know, you like shave it with your hand real quick.
yeah,
And that's what he does to the swords. It's like, oh, these extremely sharp knives sticking off of this. Oh, they're gone now.
well, my thought was that like if this thing is meant to hold up the weight of wax arms in a position, you wouldn't just like
Yeah.
wave them off with your hand. You know, wouldn't just kind of
Yeah.
fluff them off and say, "Oh,
Yeah.
arms be gone."
These were
No.
so loosely connected. Yeah.
yeah, like it'd be a probably like sorry.
Well, just not Riddler knew that he would do that, I guess.
Yeah,
Because then he's like, oh, you would think you're so smart. There's actually a bunch of pot smoke in here, and you idiot. And then he's like,
Batman, you're gonna get litty.
yeah, I guess it made Wormwood sort of more formidable that he would be able to think ahead of Batman's possible moves or whatever.
But then he
But
didn't.
Yeah.
In
I
the
mean, he's
long
just
term?
introduced as like a guy. He's introduced so clunkily at the start.
Yeah,
Like I'm thinking, oh, this is a new character, so Batman's gonna have to like be introduced to him and learn how to beat him by outsmarting the Thing. But instead, he's like, ah, yes, not Riddler. I've heard of him. And Commissioner Gordon's like, you know, the guy who does these specific expository things. And Batman's like, yes, that's the one, dear listener.
I mean it was something as like innocuous as like he's like the interrogator, or they call him something like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, what a
Clock
bad
King.
guy. Where were you on the night of April 15th?
Oh, no.
I was
Help!
doing my taxes, I swear.
I was playing mini golf in quicksand. Just a normal Tuesday.
Can we talk about how effective of a sand trap that would be in mini golf? If it just you hit your ball into it and it immediately descends into nothingness.
No, I think I can get it. No, Grandpa, it's not worth it. You paid $15 for this. Let's do some more. I'm only halfway through the trips.
Mid-tribs, go.
In pre-production. Okay. So, last time I said, what do you think this episode's going to be about? You said it was going to be about someone, like a fake Batman that's doing bad shit, and the police are like,
yeah,
it's Batman. I know it is. In pre-production, the original script was to have someone steal the cape and cowl and impersonate Batman while on a crime rampage.
Hey! What was that arm pose I just did there?
I don't know. Ole! This would have been based on an episode of the old George Reeves series, The Adventures of Superman. Bruce Timm mentioned in an interview that he was originally going to have Batman show his face to Wormwood as he gives him the cape and cowl. Yeah.
Okay.
Wormwood says that Batman is only human after all, which is what one of the Joker's henchmen said in the Tim Burton's Batman 1989 film.
Oh, film.
Fill 'em up. Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's the end of mid-tribs? Okay.
That's the mid-tribs. Yeah, I didn't remember that bit of trivia for you guessing that because it's also identical to the plot of another Batman thing.
Oh,
so I was
cool.
like, oh, we'll get to that. It's not this one, but we'll get to that. And then
so I just get to keep guessing that until it's right.
Yeah, every time.
Batman's origin story.
Or guy pretends to be Batman.
Red wine time,
And then
Jamie. We gotta get through this bottle before the episode's over.
Well, that's all the trivs. That's all the cast. That's all the... I don't know. Do we have anything else to say about it before we do or do not place it on the light wraps? There weren't any, I don't think.
The music wasn't great. The art wasn't outstanding.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it was better than a ACOM, but it wasn't like a, oh, this is so much better than ACOM, thank God, amount of better.
Yeah, this is another one of those really hard to podcast about episodes because it's just like, it's not bad enough to be really bad and it's not good enough to be excited about. So here we are drinking red wine.
Yes, you are. I had a rum and coke. It is now finished. Don't drink until you're 21. 0 to 17, 0 to 20-year-olds. If you're over 17 but not 21 yet.
Look, if you're over 76, you can have red wine with me, okay?
You can listen to this episode anytime.
This episode's brought to you by red wine and rum and coke, all in one
Batman's usefulness.
Pretty useful.
This is more of a plot that happens to Batman.
This is
instead
pretty much
of
about
Batman happening to the plot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was useful in that he... Okay, so at the end when Wormwood is like, now you tell me your secret, I told you mine, and not Batman, big fat guy is like, I am still Russian John Rhys-Davies, and I will turn around and I'm Batman. I plan to wear it.
Yeah.
That was I forgot that was gonna happen, and I cracked up laughing because it's actually kind of a badass thing. He's just like, oh, you fucking moron, I'm Batman. He's just but it made me wonder, the previous scene. The previous time they interacted was when he asked Wormwood, it was something that, what was it? He asked him a question, where are the bearer bonds?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll tell you later. And then when he asked him again, it's Batman. So was it Batman the first time also? Or did Batman just listen in on that? Or, I don't know.
It would have to be, because the other guy, took a trip to Europe.
I guess so. This is one that you could rewatch and then realize that's Batman in that scene, because there's no indication to the audience. There's no cheeky Wormwood leaves the room and then he goes, that'll show him I'm Batman, actually. So
actually, there was that scene where he goes, oh, that'll show him I'm Batman, actually.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I totally forgot.
You missed that bit. You were too red wine drunk on rum and coke.
Booker hip-hopometer. I added that as a thing that we have to do.
What?
Booker hip-hopometer.
Oh, this one is way more book.
Yeah, it's more book.
It's way more book. It's basically like, it's almost as if you're tapping the book or hip-hop-ometer. You're tapping on it because you're like,
come
I
on,
think it's broken.
What's
'cause
going on?
It's actually like below the mark that says book. It's like below that.
It's at 0, negative book. I think it had like potential to be really cool because like the scene where Batman goes to Train Town, literally Train Town. He goes to Train Town where the trains live, and he's like snooping around and stuff. I was like, oh, this kind of feels like GoldenEye. Like it feels like kind of a cool like espionage. That's the N64 music. That's what it reminded me of. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. And then it was just like, oh, Tupac's on the tracks. You better save him. And then he goes and, it's just a hologram.
Yeah.
You see what I did. And then, yeah.
Yeah, like it had all the like, there's all these things that like, oh, this could be exciting. No, it's just a hologram on the track. So, he's gonna hang this big fat guy from and it's not.
Well, the not Riddler was like, okay, I'm gonna use my best trap because it's Batman, and it's just like save the woman or else, and then Batman does technically like he would have. He said, you have 1 second to save her. It takes me 0.3 seconds. I'm the clock king now. And Batman, like, makes it in time, even though it's much more than 1 second. And but then it was a hologram.
Seconds.
So then he said 1 second. Mm-mm. By the end, when Batman's running at the woman, he says 1 second. Yeah. God. I'm the guy that knows things.
Are you? Who directed this?
Frank Powell.
You had to look.
No. I looked and then I realized I wasn't even looking at the right document, and then I went, oh wait, I know when I said it. But yeah.
Wow, you are the guy that knows stuff. Would you sign my I don't
giant
know.
Batman poster?
I don't have one of those yet.
No, like in the episode.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Can that be the subtitle of this? Like the Cape and Cowl conspiracy, or please sign my Batman poster.
Yeah, will you sign my Batman poster? Yeah. Or yeah, Josiah Wormwood goes to talk to John. What?
Wait, hold that thought really quick.
Uh-huh.
Was that Batman in the Fat Man suit when he gave him the poster?
That would be good. He has his own merch that he's handing out.
He's just like, Alfred, I need one of those posters for a ruse.
Can you go to Staples again and grab... Yes, I know it's $69 for a poster that size. I'm a millionaire. It's fine.
I just love the idea of Batman handing over his own poster to a bad guy.
Fox Kids sent me these B-Test promo posters. I need you to get me 16 more copies. I got to bring one to the Wormwood meeting.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
that'd be pretty funny. But
please continue.
Yeah, he gives Wormwood a giant poster of Batman, and he just looks at it and goes like, oh, I see, what a tricksy guy. And we're just left to like, what? Like I said, can you get Kevin Conroy to sign this please or something? And like, I won't be able to make it to the con. Could you please take this in my stead? Yeah. And what were we saying when we remembered that though?
I don't know, you were talking about some dude, and I just got really excited about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just rewind a little bit.
I was just saying, okay, I was saying Wormwood was like, I got my master trap, and it fails, and so Batman immediately knows, oh, this guy actually sucks. So then he has to pull out like the big guns and be like, I've got a big light, and if that doesn't work, smoke. And it's so like he's angled so intimidatingly, like he's always bottom lit like a campfire, and he's always like, I'm the sneakiest motherfucker. But then Batman's just like, I've done the two things that might stop Batman, and neither of them worked, so I give up. I'm leaving. I'm taking your snacks with me, Batman.
Can we talk about how funny it was that like Batman tried to break the big light with his belt? Yeah. He's like, haha, you thought that would work, did you? And then like a minute later into the scene, he uses the same wax covered belt and like breaks the like the
I mean, I
two-way
guess
glass.
I guess that mirror was just way thinner
Yeah.
or something. You can hear my child just screaming as hell in the background.
I get it, Aaron.
Just
I want to
squeak,
scream
squeak,
too.
squeak. Yeah.
Okay.
It sounded just like that. He's got like a full-grown man's. He's got an 80-year-old man's scream. It's kind of weird. Do you put this on the top 10 or no?
Hell no.
No. Does it go on the bottom 10 though? I don't know. I don't know if it's that bad.
Again, it's
don't know
bad,
if-
but it's not like not even memorably bad. It's just
It's
like,
not Prophecy of Doom bad. Yeah, it's a point where like I remembered Prophecy of Doom a lot better than I remembered this episode.
It's not even Cat in the Claw Part 1 bad. Which one has the fire hand?
two.
2. Damn it.
It's on the bottom A7. So yeah, A7. Yeah, no, I don't put it on either. I don't think. So
Okay, moving on.
that was the episode. Yeah, you want to do some yappy mail?
Mail, listener, yops, mail.
Yop!
That yop.
That yop.
That one small extra yop. Put it over.
Here's the yap, it never yaps. It makes me want to yap my yap, 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 yap. Mail! I try to improvise that a little bit
I
different.
thought you were gonna say, "Here's the yop, it never stops." But
Here's
instead,
the yap, it never stops. It makes me want to pop my top.
dubstep.
It makes me want to boop, boop, boop. Wub, 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 wub. Yeah, we don't have any emails this time.
Oh.
I did get a new chartable stats.
Oh.
You wanted more stats last time.
Give me some stats,
Uh,
big stats.
I talked about last time we were number 202
That's so
in the
lame.
United States. We are number 191 in TV reviews in Great Britain.
Move it. Oh,
And number 58 in TV reviews in Japan.
what?
I
What?
don't know.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hello, all the Japanese listener.
I have.
Have we made fun of ACOM enough?
Wait.
What's that, Korea? We'll never know.
I can cover. Hold on.
I'm not going to look it up.
I'm gonna say. I know I say this badly. I've been told I say
Yeah.
this badly, but watashi wa bakate wa arimasen.
What does it mean?
Arimasen?
What does it mean?
It means I'm not stupid. My friend.
They told you it meant that, but it actually means the opposite.
My friend Dai said that it would be good for me to go running around Japan when I go and visit him and just saying like
that
running around saying
constantly?
I'm not stupid because that would be the stupidest thing you could say.
Yeah, in case you wanted to make sure that was public knowledge. Yeah.
But we could at least we could say we could throw some Japanese in if we're number 58. We got a ohayou gozaimasu.
Yeah, arigato. I know that one. It means hello. We got Dylan Pollock sent in a...
Doesn't mean hello.
Would you like me to erase that part of the podcast?
Arigato means thank you.
I know that, Brian. I'm
Do
being
you?
me. I did. You don't say, like, very hello, Mr. Roboto. I know it's not fucking that, you
What?
idiot.
Oh.
All right, we got a Dylan Pollock voice message. This was sent in about 20 minutes after we finished recording last episode when we were disappointed that Dylan Pollock hadn't fulfilled his duties and and sent in a thing. So this was intended to be in last episode. So here we go.
It's time for the thoughts of the week from Dylan Pollock. Hello, James, Jamie, Jim Jam, Brother Broderick. So, on Mad as a Hatter, or the nefarious power of boners. First of all, Frabjous Day is something that was going to go up with, I can't even remember what word, proselytize or whatever the word was that I said last time. Paul Dini is that person who decided to remember all the words memorized for the SATs to make you feel dumber. The only other thing that I noticed was, is there any villain that Batman's death would be more ridiculous at the hands of than the Mad Hatter? Imagine the breaking news that the Batman was killed by a man dressed as a giant walrus, or what was the other one, a guy in a giant sailor head. So I would love to know your thoughts on this, and thank you for listening to the Thoughts of the Week from Dylan Pollock.
More like the thoughts of last week, am I right?
Oh my God.
Oh,
that is
Jesus.
the lot. Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
literally, yeah.
Oh, we do have one from this week, too.
Oh,
So
bring
here's
it.
more Dylan
Time.
Pollock.
This is the thoughts of the week from Dylan Pollock. Hello, Jimothy.
Deja
Hello,
vu.
brother Broderick. So, first of all, I want to apologize for not being here last week. I could not join the last podcast. I apologize for that. I tried my very best. All right, bad rhymes aside, so let's talk about the most recent episode that we watched, the Cape and Cowl conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
I love, first of all, the exposition trope between Commissioner Gordon and Bruce. You know who this sounds like? Person A. Ah, Person A. You mean the guy who always does the thing that we both know about, but I've now explained to the audience? So it's just a classic TV trope that I'm a fan of. And then I noticed Batman's definitely been getting swole since the last episode when he couldn't hold two guys who were slowly walking him towards the cliff. But this time he caught the Baron, who's a pretty obese guy, and carried him under one arm across the room sprinting. So why couldn't they just make this a Riddler episode?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Dylan out.
Oh,
Right, thank you, Dylan.
You
said
we gotta
multiple
talk
things
about
that we
that.
said during the episode, yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so let's talk about the fact that Batman
Bruce Man,
is holding Baron von whatever's pants. Like,
Von Stuck.
he holds him by one hand. One hand he's holding
Yeah.
Vita by his suspenders. And the guy's like at least 300 pounds.
He's holding him in like a straight arm out to the side, which is like the hardest angle to hold anything. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you fast forward to the end of the episode, and like the weakling wordy McWormwood dude is just like, he's like he whips him with a cord, and then Batman like is not strong enough to stop him.
Oh, I forgot about the fight in the weight room.
Yeah. And then they battle with dumbbell. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't
Wormwood
know.
like pulls the chain off of the pulley system off of a weight rack and like whips at Batman like Catwoman. Let's make out, he says. And then Batman like grabs a 50-pound dumbbell, and then Wormwood also grabs that, and they're just like having a sword fight with dumbbells. Batman grabs a screwdriver and
And then you fast forward to the end of the fight, and Batman picks him up with one hand by the head.
Yes. Yeah, what is Batman? Batman's finger strength and tricep strength are tremendous, but his ability to hold back a person's strength is not so good, yeah.
Anyway, thanks, Dylan.
Yeah, thank you, Dylan. We have one more voice message from Scott Steele. The subject is, "Hi, I'm Woodrow." Let's listen.
Oh, shit!
Hello, I'm Woodrow. That's cleared up. I just wanted to write in, I guess, speak in for a clarification. Recently, James read my review on Apple Podcasts under the alias of Straight Legs, which, by the way, is not me being homophobic against other legs. If you have bent legs, that's beautiful. I think all leg shapes are beautiful. I just happen to have straight ones. But James read my review in which I stated that it was like listening to the podcast was like hanging out with my friend and his friend Brian. That was not meant to be, a slight at Brian or a diss. I think the kids would call it a diss. Not meant to be a diss towards Brian, but just... I don't know Brian very well, and I didn't know if he would consider me a friend. So, Brian, if you considered me a friend, I would consider you a friend as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Scotty. Anytime you spend like double-digit hours with somebody in a green screen studio, you are friends. We are friends.
I think automatic friends. Yeah,
Automatic.
Yeah.
You've been through hell together. That stands for something.
That's
but-
multiple sittings and really standings of being in a green screen studio for double-digit hours.
We stood on a lot of concrete floor.
A lot of dirty green tarp.
We sure did.
Yeah,
Good times.
it was good times. I'm glad they're over.
Can we get?
But
Sorry.
they've only just begun in the grand scheme,
I mean, I feel like my job is mostly over.
When Virality 2 swings around.
Oh no.
Oh no. We do have one more voice item that I'd like to play.
Bring it.
if you would be so inclined as to listen to said item, and here it is.
Hello everyone, Yop here with a pretty big news update on the status of the war, the Yop War as I am calling it. Essentially, if you go over to
I didn't know
the
what this was.
Watchtower,
God.
jump on the Bat-Wagon, not that I would recommend doing such a thing, but if you were to do so, you would find that the guys are no longer even acknowledging me or my channel.
That's true.
I think that they know that they're in trouble, and they are just trying to kind of push this under the rug and hope that everybody just kind of forgets about the issue. Well, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. People are too upset about this. They want the truth to be revealed, and so that is what I'm doing today. Good luck ignoring this, Watchtower, because I am about to drop a bombshell that will change everything from here on out. Because my secret source that is within the Watchtower has given me some records on the number of sales you guys have had on your shop. That's right, I know how many mugs you have sold with the YOPPIE branding, I know how many YOPPIE shirts you have sold, and I know a few of the other sales as well. So we'll just jump right into this. Mugs. They're selling mugs for $16.99 with the YOPPIE branding on them. Just smacked right on there. There's no shame with these people. $16.99. I have found out from my secret source, they have sold 1,233 mugs. And at that price, they are getting $20,948.70.
Yeah, Jamie, I want my 10 grand, by the way.
This is a ridiculous sum of money for just a simple mug. And I was frankly shocked to learn about this. And it only gets worse from there. Shirts. Shirts are going for $26.99. Again,
that's right. Get your YOPPIE shirts, everybody.
I hope you're sitting down for this one.
I am.
8,705 shirts.
Divided by
for a grand total of money gained of
so good.
$234,947.95.
Yeah,
sing it.
That is such a huge sum of money. I don't think I've ever had anywhere near that.
Where do you think this red wine comes from?
Getting this much money off of my YOPPIE branding is ridiculous. It makes me wish that I had started a YOPPIE store sooner. And, you know, I'd be making this money right now if my own shop hadn't been taken down. Just as one more, I'll just throw one more.
You mean your Minions gift?
This is their highest selling item by far. You guessed it. Leggings. They are selling a monstrously ridiculous number of leggings, as you might expect. And, you know, if you're anything like me, you have probably even seen these leggings just out on the town when you're going around. I've seen several people with them. And I have to tell them you are
my dad has
a
a
piece
pair,
of criminal merchandise, essentially. And normally they just kind of laugh and walk away.
As they should,
But, you know, this is a staggering amount of money. Again,
tell me
I had
about
no
it.
idea
It's
they
in my
were
bank
making
account.
this much, and still they have the audacity to have a Patreon. I mean, come on, guys. You are making... This is only for 3 items. I could go on and on with the sales for everything else. Oh, and by the way, if you do the math on leggings, which go for $39.99 a pop, for a grand total of 29,898 sales.
Yeah, but there's no YOPPIE dude leggings, so this stat's a little bit off.
$195,621, and probably something odd cents. That is just ridiculous that they are raking in this much.
Ridiculously dank.
I'm going to try to be fair about this a little bit here. As far as I'm concerned, it's Yop that is the problem here. They stole Yop. And
wasn't
the
that your
subscribers
co-host?
And everything, that's another problem.
That was the co-host.
But I'm not going to be looking at the other items for right now. I think that Yop is the main concern here. And as a result of that, all I'm going to ask of the Watchtower is that they pay me back for all the mugs that they have sold and all the shirts that they have sold. So, in short, that means that the Watchtower now owes me $255,896.65. If they could just send me that amount of money before the end of the month, that would really be appreciated, since I'm about to be evicted from my apartment. And if I don't get the money in by the end of the month, I'm going to have to go live with my friend Yop, who is willing to take me in, but... You know, I have a lot of memories here, and I like this place. I have a lot of friends in the area, and it would really be a shame to let all that go. So, $255,896.65.
I don't have any money.
To me, in whichever way best suits you guys.
I had an idea, and the people took it from me.
Just kind of get in
They're
contact,
much
and
more
we'll see what we can do
successful
about
with
getting that
my
money sent
thing.
over. Now, that is the amount of money, and even if they sell more merchandise, I won't add to that amount yet, unless they do something weird, in which I will start adding to that amount that they owe me. That's that taken care of. However, there's also the matter of them constantly using and abusing the name of Yop. They say it so many times in each episode of their
Yep.
podcast, and it's frankly ridiculous and disgusting. So I'm imposing a challenge on the Watch Tower. Every time that you say the word yop or yoppie in whatever context, it can be reading a comment or just saying it naturally or talking about the Yop Tower. I don't care. Anytime that you say it, you owe me $536 for each offense. And I'm not going to budge on this. $536.
Are you counting?
You better watch out, Watchtower, because I'm going to be counting each and every instance that you use this word. And I think the fans are too, because this is just ridiculous, and we cannot let it go on any longer.
Dylan, stop counting.
So this is my challenge to you, Watchtower. The ball is now in your court, so to speak, and we'll just have to see how you deal with this one. All right, guys, so this has been Yop. I'm signing off for the day. Things are looking good in the war, and we will have to see how they continue to advance next time. See ya.
Jamie, did you call the lawyers yet on these people?
Oh, yeah, no, they're at his house, I think.
They're at his house. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They switched to that plan already. I didn't think they were going to.
We copyrighted Yop, and he did not. So, I mean, it doesn't really, there's not really any battle here.
Yeah, other than, I know they're going to, firebomb his house, right?
No, that's next week.
Okay.
The lawyers are there. They're in his kitchen, catching bricks, flying through walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I told him everything. All that Yop really needs to know is I respect this. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to give you a goddamn cent, but I appreciate the effort. I appreciate that you continue to just try, and trying is everything.
Trying is, I mean, it's not everything. It's like what losers do. We just win, right?
As Yoda said, do or do not
Yop.
As Yappa said, he said, Yop leads to Yop. Yop leads to Yop. Yop leads to Yop.
That was my favorite part of the movies.
Very wise words, yeah. He said that to Anakin Skywalker. Did I mention yop?
Yep.
Yeah, I just like to see you try Yop Tower. Oh, Scar Lowy had commented on that, saying the saddest part is that there is a chance they'll completely ignore this.
No, we're here. We're here because we care about Scar Lowy.
Yeah, we're here. Let's read some comments while Yop Tower lies safe and sound in his bed, miles away from Big Bus for the last time. Let's read some comments from Mad as a Hatter, or a big teeth on for Alice, which almost reads as oh, Alice got a big teeth. A big teeth on for Alice. Okay, Kevin Ranke says, wow, thank you. You guys are too kind to spend so much time on my last name, while I only went for the sports ball reference joke last time with Granky. James, you actually said it right in one of your guesses. The name is German, but the Americanized version I've always heard sounds like Renke. If that doesn't help, you may refer to me as dear listener. All that aside, hang in there, brother Broderick. It will get better. Unfortunately, the Cape and Cowl conspiracy won't help matters. Yeah, you feeling better about you're not having as stressful of a week now that you're no longer in Cali, sunny Cali with your sunglasses on, baby?
Oh my God, it was so hot in California.
Yeah. It's February, honestly, so it makes sense.
God, dude. It's great. I woke up in Oregon this morning, and I was doing some chores and walking back and forth outside during the sunset. And I'm just I'm in Oregon, and look at that sunset. Life is good. Great.
Yeah. It was a really nice day today. I went for a walk with the boy. Scotty Cameron says, I might have to go back and rewatch this episode given that it's an ACOM episode. He's talking about Mad as a Hatter. I don't remember it being as bad as you were describing it. Last time I saw it was 3 years ago. I think Deanie was trying to make the Mad Hatter a sympathetic character by giving him a love interest who doesn't love him the way he loves her. However, he comes off as a jealous stalker instead of a sympathetic character.
That's true.
I prefer the version in the comics who's obsessed with finding his Alice and is driven insane with his obsession. I do find it weird that the Wonderland gang was only in this episode and not in the Mad Hatter's other DCAU appearances. The first Batman comic I read featured the Wonderland Gang and the Mad Hatter. It was a Scholastic and DC collaborative comic book / chapter book. Looking back at it, I found it weird that the Mad Hatter in the comic was Jervis Tetch, but was drawn to look like the Mad Hatter imposter, and it was weirder to see Alice as an active member of the Wonderland Gang. Yeah, I haven't read that. Neither has Brian. I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it, Scotty Cameron. I think Dylan Pollock...
valuable words.
Yes, I think Dylan Pollock forgot his Thoughts of the Week email because he was too busy leaving comments through his sock puppet accounts. My last bot joke, I promise. Scott Steele says, I feel called out. I mean, that's because you were. But you've successfully apologized, and we've accepted it. I was pleasantly surprised to hear that Scotty had gotten caught up with the episodes by the time, like, listen to last episode. I think he was like several episodes behind by the first time he wrote in. Oh, I'm on episode 6 or something, and I was like, Jesus, you have a ways to go. And then by yesterday, he had listened to everything. It's like, oh my God.
Scotty's a champ. What can we say?
Super Luigi 64. Yo, Jimbo and Brick. This goes back a couple shows, but while I lived in Western Canada, my mom is from Newfoundland. Having to plan holiday phone calls while accounting for 2.5-hour time difference is exactly as fun as it sounds. Yeah, I have to do that all the time with Ted. Looking forward to Brick Rick's reaction to the Cape and Cowl conspiracy, a.k.a. sorry, we're out of Riddler. Is Diet Riddler okay? That's pretty good.
Oh, that's really good.
That's better than our title, whatever it was. Brother Broderick, says Kai Holmes. He's probably a really good voice actor, but I hated his voice in this. Sad Roddy McDowell noises. But no, this episode surprised me when I first watched it on HBO Max. The level of simp behavior was completely comical, yet objectively terrifying. Next episode is real good, though, for the most part. Keep up the yappiness. 5 will you, won't yous out of 5. I mean, I guess this episode was better than Mad as a Hatter. It's really weird. It's so strange to me for Mad as a Hatter to be as bad as it was. Like, and then a couple people commenting on my social media posts of it were like, James shows Brick this episode for the first time, like it always says, and then it says, like, when will the streak of bad episodes end or something? And a couple people were like, hey, I like this episode. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
I mean, it's
poor
just,
taste.
we have our preferences, and there will be times that they will align with your ideals, and there are
These
times
are just
that they will not.
Two people's perspectives, opinions, and you can have your own. It's
know
wrong,
what they say. Everyone has opinions.
They're like onions. Cake
onions.
Drew1 says, so, you guys putting out a hit on this Jordan character? Because I don't do that kind of work, but I might know a guy who might be interested if the price is right. Guild rates apply. I don't know what that means. What?
Did we mention, like, putting a hit out on somebody?
Only Yop Tower, because the hit's in progress. No Net Plays says, question for Brian. What are you most excited for? The rest of BTAS or Superman the Animated Series? Or even Justice League? That's for you. That's a question for you.
Well,
I mean, the fact that all of it is unknown to you. Are you interested? Are you looking forward to, like, continuing to watch more Batman, or are you looking forward to getting past Batman and getting to the next shows?
I think I have always appreciated the darkness of Batman, and, like, Superman, I don't know, like, he's always been kind of that, just like, he's kind of cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair to say?
Sure, yeah.
And so kind of like, I don't know, maybe he's cooler in the DCAU, and, like, that'll be exciting, but at this point, like, I mean, I really want to see the Riddler.
Yeah, especially now that you've seen Diet Riddler. Charles Motosierra says, I'll miss this podcast after it ends 50 Yoppie years from now, whenever now is. Also, isn't Batman's plan in the Cape and Cowl conspiracy needlessly complicated? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
The dressing up like the dude. He didn't have to do that. Ashley Tutchin says, the card in Mad Hatter's head is actually a price tag, which, yeah, I looked that up after you had said, I think it's the size of the hat, yeah. The 10.6 means 10 shillings and 6 pence in ye old English currency.
Wow.
So now you know that. Speaking of hats, I forgot to mention this on last week's episode, but the hat that Bruce wore when he was in hobo mode is called a flat cap. I should know, I own a few myself. Finally, I've been struck with a sudden desire to hear you guys host a drive-home radio show together. I really wanted to be able to tune into Yop FM and listen to Driving Home with Jimmy and the Brick.
April Fool's is coming up. We should
Tapricot.
Can we do one on the road?
I mean, you just get all this the whole time.
I mean, what if we just sit on a road?
Yeah, okay. I think the intention is there on the road listening, which you could do anytime, listener. You might be on the road right now, in fact. James and Jessica listening to this in the future. Tip Tapricot says, spent several minutes trying to send in an audio recording on Anchor, only for it to not let me name it and not tell me if it's sent. So if it didn't work, then I guess you guys are missing out on my banger response to being so rudely insulted on my tea tastes this ep. And if it did work, then I guess you didn't miss out. The future will tell.
Oh no, I need tea. Yeah. I need tea conversation in this podcast.
I had called Earl Grey basic, I think was what they're talking about.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just calling it like this. Great ep, by the way. The crunch factor on Brian's audio was like chewing a brick.
Sorry.
I was a little confused at how like compressed that was, considering it's just like directly into your phone. You didn't do it you didn't do it through Zoom or anything like that. It was.
Yeah, no, I'm a little surprised because
it's what you normally do for lav mics, so yeah.
I'm thinking I must have like messed up a setting or something, because that was my same thought. And I listened to it back. I was like, oh, that's really crunchy. But now it's smooth as butter.
It's butter. It's like butter. It's like books of hip hop. Levi Church says, maybe if someone gave the Mad Hatter a dating sim game, then this episode wouldn't have had to happen and he could just have a normal life. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay.
But what is normal for the Mad Hatter? Scarloey 1, I can confirm dating men dressed as the Mad Hatter is a bad idea. Don't ask me how I know. That YOPPIE person is an idiot. Don't pay any attention to them. Well, we won't have to for too much longer. What?
How do you know? I want to know. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know about dating people just like the Mad Hatter being a bad idea? How do you know?
Oh. I think that implies that they've done that.
But I need details because
Aussie Dragoon. See, friend of Brian, this is why the Freddy vs. Jason timeline video didn't do as well as you'd hoped. You should have included cake recipes in the title for SEO. Also, we can all dismiss Fogged about it. As the proclaimed god of Yop, I will be deciding who is truly Yoppie and who deserves to Yop the Yop, not just talk the talk. You and Broderick have embraced the Yop-style lifestyle more than the Yop Tower ever did, but who knows, more faithful followers have strayed before. None of this will matter very soon. So, Dylan Pollock says, the rapport is great, but it feels like perhaps, just maybe, a third would make it perfect. And Aussie Dragoon says, yeah, that Scarloey has style. Scarloey says, thank you. Would that be a slap in the face, wouldn't it? If we got, oh, my boy is so sad. If we got Scarloey on before we got Dylan Pollock on. Batgirl Fangirl.
Wait, Scarloey's in Australia, though, right?
Who knows? It sounds like they changed Brick's voice actor like they did with Alfred. This one's okay, but I prefer the original. My favorite bit of bad animation was Alice's front door. I mean, how can you not animate a door consistently? Thank you for keeping me entertained on my birthday, James and Brick. 5 stars out of 5 hats.
Hey!
Happy birthday.
Who was that?
Batgirl Fangirl.
Oh, Batgirl Fangirl. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
What day? What was that?
That was 5 days ago. Yeah, I guess.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Yeah. Dylan Pollock, again, shout out to Lachlan06, give that person what they want. They were the one that suggested he'd be on the podcast. He says, my teeth are so hard right now. Don't take that sentence out of context ever. He also says, I'm disappointed in Paul Dini. He missed a prime opportunity for a bat pun when he's on the chessboard. Dark Knight to C3. Yeah.
Oh, snap. That would have been great, actually.
I don't know if that ever happens. Like, you would think that that'd be an obvious, like, chess thing. Ted and I did I had an assignment for my, it's like an animation class in college. If you've seen Nyan Cat Ice Cream 5 Seconds, that I had to make that for that class, too. That's my video that's passed, like, 2 million views on JTS Entertainment.
Yeah.
And I did not mean It's Entertainment. it's this class I had to do like a animated web page GIF thing, and Ted wrote like a very quick. There's a baby just losing his mind in the background.
There's a baby in the background. Did you notice?
Yeah. I heard it.
Did you mean It's Entertainment?
It's baby. Ted wrote a script thing for like a Batman fighting Riddler in a big chessboard, and we did a Dark Knight thing. I think it was on the internet at somewhere.com, but I don't know if it is now. Nick Sorensen, you almost want to feel bad for Jervis in this episode, but then he just couldn't handle the fact that this girl was already spoken for and obsessed over her for having the same name and likeness as the character in his favorite storybook. And what episode was the last podcast about again? I seem to have forgotten. Yeah. Hey, laughing baby. Hey, laughing baby, can you laugh in a different place? I'm almost done. Thank you, laughing baby.
Wow. Laughing baby sounds an awful lot like your wife. And
yeah, that's what
really
I call
good
her.
Grammar really quickly.
I call her laughing baby.
You call your wife.
It's a really long story. I don't want to get into it. Wency209, this is the final comment. Okay, completely unrelated to the video, but as a young lad, I thought Two-Face was a half-man, half-skunk person. Looking back on it, I have no idea why I thought that. I think it was because his color scheme on BTAS. Oh, like his suit.
Yeah, totally. I could see that actually, and like the white shock of hair, like totally. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. He says, "Yeah, it was."
We watched
stupid
less
kid.
inventive things on this episode.
We did. Yeah. I never thought of it that way, but he does have a Pepe Le Pewness to him, I suppose. he's Pew-like. And he's always going after the lady Two-Faces, like way too coming on to him,
Too lady Two-Face.
Not a good thing. Too lady to face, too lady to rest. My Perry are with the father, who lost his children. This is how is Babby formed. That's what I'm quoting. All right, Brian Brick Broderick. Next week's episode is called Perchance to Dream. What doth thou thinketh this is about, Thuth?
Do you what?
What's your prediction for Perchance to Dream?
Dreams to dream in the dark of the night when the world goes round, I can still make it right.
You think Batman's going to sing that?
Dreams to Dream. He's going to sing Dreams to Dream from Fievel Goes West.
Or what's that one in Les Miserables?
Dreams to Dream from Fievel Goes West?
That's it.
I will go so far in my dream. I actually got to... Never mind. We don't need to talk about this.
Okay. We shouldn't
I love
either.
that song is what I'm saying.
Okay. If you want to reach out to us like the fire hand at the end of the Cat in the Claw Part 2, email us at podcast@watchtowerdatabase.com. You can send in an audio message. We'll play it on the show. Or audio message to anchor.fm/podtower.
And if that doesn't work, just email us an audio file from your phone.
Yes, both are acceptable. Both are acceptable. This show comes out every Friday on the Podtower YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/thepodtower. Subscribe and stuff. It's also on Apple Podcasts and
other places. Spotify and Stitcher and Anchor and I don't know what else. Where do you listen to podcasts? Let us know.
It's on boycottspotify.com. And on Stitcher. I'm just going to say it's on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher and something else, the green one.
Should we boycott Spotify?
I don't know. So I think Spotify owns Anchor, which is the website that we use to upload this podcast to everywhere. So if that in that case, Spotify is what it is.
You watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, just do Podtower only. That's how we get more money anyway. We get thousands and thousands off merch every month, but just those extra few $100 a second from Podtower really just help. It helps us get groceries.
And we love to eat food.
We're so fat.
I'm really fat.
Yeah, I drew us way skinnier, just to be nice on the logo, but we're like a couple of Vaclav Yosiks over here.
Yeah. I like that you drew me like 50 years younger. That's cool.
Yeah, I thought I would just be nice. That's it.
That's it.
That's the end. And join us next time for Perchance to Dream, where Batman sings the 50 Goes West song. And have a great yoppie weekend. Yop, yop, yop.
Thanks for listening, everyone. And
Yep.
writing in and speaking in and stuff.
Yep.
And having your moms be from Newfoundland, because that's rad.
Is your mom from Newfoundland? Then listen to this podcast. Jump on the Bat-Wagon.